So today we've got a special podcast for you, and it's basically 25 tips for 25. I've gathered the most powerful 25 tips that have made the biggest impacts on businesses this year. I've dealt obviously with hundreds of businesses, and as I've worked with them, it's become apparent that some tips just don't seem to be getting through. So this is going to give you the 25 that are really going to impact your business. If you haven't tackled some of these yet, you might be missing out on some serious ranking power. They all increase trust, authenticity, and visibility. And you'll know I'm really big behind those things because those things will give you long-term ranking. So try them right now and see if it can boost your Google business profile, and then you can thank me later. So tip number one, value your review timeline. Older reviews carry weight and it helps authenticate your business. So focus on gathering them early. So if you've got business reviews already, that's great. If you haven't got many, get some in and never really think about deleting old reviews and starting again. An old review is worth a lot of value to Google. So the longer your reviews are and the more visible they are, the more credibility they appear to potential customers and to Google as well. Tip two, aim for 10 reviews to start with. So a lot of businesses that have just a few reviews, once you get to the first 10, you'll find that carries more weight in Google's algorithm. So if you're just starting out, try and think of ways to get your first 10 reviews to boost your credibility. Tip number 3, fill the Google database with information. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is that Google thrives on data. Google doesn't make assumptions. So if you've got information on your website or if you put it in a post, make sure it's detailed and it explains what you do. So in your descriptions, your videos, your photos, your FAQs, your services, there are various ways in which you can get information into your Google business profile. Basically, Google will understand your business better the more information you give it. And often it uses what's known as justifications, where, and I've got a picture here in the email, you can see that it sometimes refers to the website mentions, and in this case it mentioned experience web development and graphic design. So it tries to match what's on the website or what's in the information that you've given it with what people are searching for on Google Maps as well. Tip number 4, set up regular posts. Posting on Google Business Profile is all about keeping the content fresh. Really, I suggest at least once a week post something that gives information to Google and to your customers. Now, you may feel most customers aren't reading that or the posts aren't that interesting. They're not like a blog post, but that doesn't make any difference. The fact is fresh content is what Google thrives on. So make announcements, make event announcements, make promotions, make relevant updates, even if it's just a few words or a photo. Those things make a difference to keeping your business fresh, and it also keeps your users engaged as well. Tip number 5, designate a cover photo that speaks to your business. Don't just add any old photo, but think of what photo actually appeals to your customers. So is it being personal? Is it showing them the results that are going to benefit them if they go with your service or your business? Upload a clear, engaging cover photo. And you can, when you go into photos, you can just say, designate this photo as my cover photo. And then it will make that your main image. So when Google serves up your business on Google Maps or in the search results, it will then show that particular image as the main image. And it makes a better impression, and obviously it affects your customer's response. Tip number 6, engage with every review. So it's true that responding to reviews, the keywords you put in those responses makes no difference, but actually responding to reviews does show to Google that you're keen on actually communicating with your customers, and you also appreciate the value of reviews. So reply to both positive and negative reviews, engage your customers, and that type of feedback shows to Google that you're responding to your customers, and that gives positive signals back. Tip number 7, highlight community involvement. So if you're involved in something locally, then showcase that involvement. If it's an event or a partnership, let people know about it. Particularly if it's local, it can have an impact on local businesses looking for your types of services or customers looking for your services. If they know you're appearing at an event or you're showing yourself at a nearby area where they can visit you, then that can have a massive impact as well. Tip number 8 is pin FAQs for customer confidence. So you can ask your own FAQs, you can ask your Q&As, and then you can also answer them as well. Now, people think that sounds a bit dodgy, but actually Google's never ever suggested that's not helpful. In fact, it is helpful because most of the questions that you get asked, customers aren't going to actually type into Google and ask them. So you can ask for them, and then people can then use that, and Google can justify that in its search results as well. So use FAQ section to address common questions and customer concerns. It saves users time and builds trust before they even contact you. And just a little tip on that as well. If you press the thumbs up on a Q&A 3 times from 3 different Google accounts, then it starts to show it as well in your knowledge panel. But that's a side tip for you. Tip number 9, showcase your team. So if you've got a team of people working for you, then let people see that. Let them know that, not just on your about page of your website, but also put those photos on your Google Business profile. If possible, just make it personal, show photos of the team, and that builds trust. Real people build trust with real people, and they want to see real faces and recognize faces as well. So if someone turns up and they recognize the person because they've seen it on the website or they've seen it on the Google Business profile, that really helps. Number 10, tip 10, leverage insights to know your audience. So many people never look at their insights, but their insights tells you exactly how your customers are responding to your Google Knowledge panel. So check your Google Business Profile insights, see how people are interacting with your profile. Do they search via a mobile or a desktop? Are they using maps or just searches? This data can guide your engagement strategy. Number 11, stay updated on categories. You know, Google changes categories all the time. They're updating primary categories and secondary categories that are probably going to be relevant to your business. So if you set your category maybe several years ago and you've never looked since, you may find that they've now updated it and you've got a category that is far more pinned on exactly what your business does. So you do need to check it. They update it every single month with several new categories. You may find there's a secondary category as well that you may want to update. And having the right category that really reflects well on your business makes a big difference to ranking. So review this regularly and make sure that you've got your relevant categories for your industry. Tip number 12, use UTM codes to track traffic. So UTM tracking code is always useful because it enables you to know how successful your Google Business links are. So when you add a various post or an event, make sure that you get it tracked as well if you're using Google Analytics. And this way you can see exactly how the traffic comes from your Google Business profile across through your Google Analytics and then to other places like your profiles and your business website. Tip number 13, monitor your profile for updates. Google often makes changes to your profile. And if you don't go to your Google Business profile, you'll never know they've made those changes. So updates are made not just through Google themselves, but also the Joe public out there. So local Google guides can make an impact on your business. If you're not in the loop, if you're not looking at what changes are being made, then changes could be made that actually don't reflect the changes you want made. So you need to make sure you keep an eye on those because that could improve, enhance, or actually change your ranking for the better or for the worst. Tip 14, optimize for mobile speed. Now the chances are when you look at insights, you've probably got a lot of mobile traffic coming through. Most websites now and most business profiles get mobile traffic. People use mobiles a lot more than they've ever done in the past. Your website is ranked, no doubt, through Google based on how it's indexed through the mobile. So the days of designing websites built for laptops and desktops is no longer relevant. Now everything's judged through a mobile. So how quickly does your mobile device load? How quickly does your website load? How quickly do images load on your website? Just test and optimize it for seamless speed and you'll see rankings improve. Number 15, check your map pin accuracy. So I've done a few videos on this where people can go in and change the pins on a website profile. So if you go to your profile, you'll see how your business is showing on Google Maps, and just make sure that the pin is in the right place because then it ensures that people find you if they get directions. Number 16, use a digital friendly logo. I've seen so many logos that were designed for print or designed for leaflets, and then suddenly they're just extracted and put onto a website or they're put onto a profile, and they're just impossible to read. They don't make any sense. There's nothing about it that's appealing, and often it just looks like it's been slapped on. It doesn't really show professionalism if you can't be bothered to think in terms of how to have a digital logo that works well on mobiles, works well on your website and on your profile. So just think in terms, a logo needs to be optimized for digital use. Don't just use a print one. Tip 17, resist adding keywords to your business title. It's a really quick win. If you put your keywords for your services and your categories into your business title, Google will rank it a lot higher. There's no doubt about it. But it's not right, and it does get reported, and within no time at all you'll probably find that suddenly you've got a suspension. So resist adding unnecessary keywords to your business name. Only use the official registered business title, and then you'll be fine and you won't get suspended. Tip 18, don't use stock photography. Always use original photos that reflect your business. It's authentically then building trust with your audience. Google knows when videos and photos have been taken from other websites, and Google knows totally that a photo, if it's unique or not, it'll know straight away. It has the technology, the AI, to work that out very quickly. So any stock photography is not going to do you any good at all. Just go and take photos of real people doing real work for your real business. Tip 19, double down on winning keywords. If you notice when you go into Insights that your keywords are bringing in quality leads, if you're getting a lot of traffic for certain keywords, then double down on them. Why are you spending time trying to find new keywords when these are the ones that are bringing in the traffic? I've seen this so often that people don't look at their insights and then they wonder why they don't get any traffic. This is real people finding your business, so just make sure you talk about those things if they're relevant to your business. Target those keywords in your posts, descriptions and services, and you won't go far wrong. Tip number 20, add seasonal photos. Thing is around each time of the year there's various seasons, there's various promotions. At the moment it's probably Black Friday time, so just think in terms of what is going to really just capture people's interest at that particular time of the year. So fresh seasonal photos show that the business is active, it shows it's up to date. So highlight holiday, decor and special events or updates to keep your profile lively. Number 21, utilize video content. So I did some trials on video content. Video is not brilliantly supported yet on Google Business Profile, but bearing in mind Google owns YouTube and video is going to be the way forward, I think getting videos in early, particularly video reviews, is going to be a massive impact in the coming year. So increase your engagement by getting customers to use videos, get them to put videos up in their reviews, and that will have a massive impact on your ranking in 2025. Short, informative clips work best, so no more than 30 seconds is the best way to go. People aren't going to be watching it for days on end, they're just going to watch, is this person real? Do I trust him? Yes, I do. Number 22, list services clearly. Use the service section. So on Google Business Profile, there's a service section there. You can fill in offers, you can put in your business, you can show your specialities, and this just gives Google a better idea about your business. And your services ideally need to reflect the services that are on your website as well. So on your branded website, try and make sure your services there reflect the ones you've got on Google Business Profile. Tip 23, keep track of competitors' profiles. So check out your competitors, see what they're doing, what are they doing well, what's working for them, and then see also, are they spamming, are they needing to be reported, are they doing things the right way, and also what are they doing that's getting such good results that you could also do your way. So it's not about copying, it's about being inspired. When you look at your competitors, it'll spark ideas of things you can do for your own profile. Tip 24, use AI as an idea generator. So while ChatGPT isn't a complete solution for Google Business Profile, it's a great way to get inspired. So you can go into Google ChatGPT and you can say, look, I've got a Google Business Profile. This is the type of business it is. These are my types of services. This is the area I serve. What things could I do that would improve, that would impact my industry, my service, my business? And it will just give you ideas. What posts could I write about? What categories would you suggest I have? What are competitors doing for offers at the moment? Those types of things will always be helpful to inspire you. So don't miss out on using AI to inspire you. Number 25, we've made it. So 25 tips now. This one, link your social profiles for extra credibility. If you've got a Facebook, an Instagram, a LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever your accounts are, make sure that you then list them on your Google Business Profile. For the last 5 years, we've been trying to do this by little tactics. Google's now given you the ability to add these. You just put the links in. And the reason this works so well is by linking your Google Business Profile to all your other branding, you'll find then your website, your social links, they all start bringing in credibility. You'll notice Facebook reviews get shown. You'll notice that the platforms that support your business will also build and reinforce the business's authenticity. So Google then goes, well, I can see this business is not just saying who it is on Google Business Profiles, but the web's agreeing with it too. And that will give you extra credibility, trust, and authenticity in the Google algorithm. So, what can you do with these 25 tips? You need to start optimizing straight away. I've seen so many businesses not apply any of these tips or just a few of them. These 25 tips are a great start to building a powerful Google Business Profile ready for 2025. So give them a try, and as you'll see the impact, remember there's even bigger things coming. There's a bigger step ahead of you. I've got a new Google Ranking Accelerator program I've been working on for the last year. It's nearly there. It's not quite there yet. But I want you to be one of the first ones to hear about it. So if you're interested, email me back. Let me know that you're ready to accelerate your success. Meanwhile, use these tips to get off to a good start. Let's make 2025 your best year yet. So contact me on my website, zanet.co.uk, and let me know that you're in, and I'll look forward to that. So I've put a PS as well. The Google Ranking Accelerator is incomparable. Want to know more? Email me back and I'll send you more details on how you can get the early bird discount.